Ready, opening event, Northerly Stakes Day. Red light goes on. Small field, just the quintet. 5 to run, they're off. Red Can Man sprung the gates quickly, but the filly Boomtastic quickly goes through now and she'll take control, and they're going to just jog trot early on. 2 lengths Again settling on the inside of Born to Try, with KC out the back last of all, with Boomtastic well held in front by Parnham. Settling properly now by the 900, it's Boomtastic on top by about 3/4 to Red Can Man. A similar margin Again. A half a length away then on the outside is Born to Try in 4th placing, being trailed by KC. 3.5, no more than 4 at least here from the leader Boomtastic, who's got the neck arched at the 575, and Boomtastic sweeps off the riverside of the track and heads to the home corner, well held by Parnham. 3/4 to Red Can Man, being stoked up now to stay with it. 1.5 lengths Again, Born to Try. KC last of all with the task in front of her. Into the straight, Boomtastic's off and gone. Boomtastic left, Red Can Man flat-footed 2 or 3 lengths behind it. Then Born to Try, followed by KC, but Boomtastic took them to the 150 clear. 2.5 to 3 in front. KC emerging down the outside, but Boomtastic's in front from KC. Boomtastic all the way. Boomtastic beat home KC. Born to Try. Red Can Man weakening back there to finish in 4th place, and 2 or 3 lengths Again whips them in. Boomtastic's the winner, number 6. In the Duncan Equine colours, Boomtastic, the Simon Miller trained daughter of Sessions, has led, controlled, spun off the corner, had the wheels in overdrive. Gap Red Can Man. KC a big effort under the circumstances, back last of the 5 against the pattern of the race, charging down the outside into 2nd spot, and Born to Try battling away under the vigour of William Pike. But Boomtastic, too good. She presented super in the yard. A Sessions filly out of Zarboom, and raced by Benny Duncan, also Mrs. J. Duncan, T. Taylor, A. Cairns, and gets the West Speed Platinum here as well, with Simon Miller preparing this filly for 2 wins from as many appearances so far this campaign. Looked good down there in that maiden at Bunbury. Comes to town. Conditions are going to suit today there, that easterly behind them, and Parnham certainly sizing that up, knew exactly where he wanted to be in the driver's seat, controlling the speed, and knowing that he had a very promising filly underneath him to do the job. And that she's done, beating home KC, Born to Try, and Red Can Man. The runner-up, KC, is by Playing God from Flirt and Hope, Neville Parnham and Stephen Parnham, and 3rd Born to Try by Blackfriars from Delta G. Carolyn Grant, Ms. E. Tutcher, trained by Grant and Alana Williams and ridden by W. Pike. 1:11.83 there, the time that they've posted, 3/4 and a half a length of the margins to the Oktoberfest handicap. Race 2 will be the West Speed Platinum Series Heat 1, 1,200 metres at 1:18. 8th the finest is the scratching from the next on the card. OK, we'll have correct weight to come. Not sure whether we've got a line or not down into the yard right at the moment. Sectional 33.67 after the opening event.
Now representing the Simon Miller stable to talk about the performance of Boomtastic. And Kel, this performance here today, it's been really impressive, I think, because when we go back a couple starts, this is a filly that just seems to be maturing in terms of her professionalism. Is that the way you guys have seen her at home?
Yes, absolutely. Since her last start was a good fighting win, and she's come on since then. But her manners were so good today. She likes to be a racehorse. She enjoys her job, loving life.
Is it something that we see of her at home, that on the corner she just gave them the slip so professionally?
Yeah, that's exactly what she wanted to do. Knew how to hit the line and did everything right.
Yeah, she certainly did. What are Simon's plans with her?
I actually don't know, but I'll leave that obviously up to him. But maybe there's a good race in it.
Very well represented today for the stable for the rest of the day. Could you put your finger on the best of them that you'll saddle up today?
It's hard to pick, but Flirtini, Lady Cosmo, I hope she's back today.
You could just about do all of them. Very well represented. Well done on this first victory.
Thanks, Britt.
Kelly Kittamont joining me there after the performance of Boomtastic. And Scott, as Kel was just pointing out, the professionalism that she's shown. First, on her debut performance, she was that bit green, but she was just mentioning off air that Simon's really worked with the horse, changing bits and whatnot, and it's really brought the horse on. And today, that was a really professional animal.
It certainly was, Britt, and it's also a real typical Simon Miller sort of cornering. These horses who are trained to tight corner, they do pick up a length and a half off that bend here at Ascot. It is quite sharp, and we just saw that was probably the winning move there when Chris Parnham probably went for home at the top of the home straight. She was, probably her weakest 50 was her final 50, Britt, but I think she was entitled to. He rode it to perfection, and I think that form will hold up, the Red Warrior form from her previous maiden victory. Red Warrior is a horse who I think will be winning its fair share of races, and she looks as though she's one that could go through the grades.
And 2 starts ago, of course, Windstorm. So again, we're franking that form well and truly. Other horses that we saw there, KC was a really nice finisher. I thought was only a moderate tempo early, was out the back, you'd imagine, as it continues to, I guess, get up in distance, that it will be a real big player, KC, who ended up finishing second.
Certainly will be, Britt. That was probably the run of the race outside of the winner, definitely KC. You'd be putting her into the black book and suggesting that when she steps into a 1400, she'll be very, very hard to beat out to a mile. She looks as though she'll stay as well. So exciting times there for the Parnham stable with KC, but also Boomtastic here. I've got Chrissy Parnham. Chris, it looked to the eye as though you were getting it quite cheap out in front. What did you think?
Yeah, got it quite cosy in front and had a good kick at the top of the straight. So she did good. She got a bit tired late, but although it was only a small field, there's a bit of quality in it. So yeah, it was a good win going forward.
Certainly was. How's your body? 53 kilos today?
Yeah, not too bad. Had all week to prep for it, so I've taken me time and hopefully it's worth it.
Jump back aboard Pink and Grey in the next. Where do you sit from the gate?
Yeah, look, it's drawn okay, so hopefully we can sort of sit in the first half with a bit of cover, but and just sort of let him hit the line. But you probably don't want to be drifting too far back on him.
Congratulations, Chris. Well done.
Thank you.
Combines with the Simon Miller stable to take out the first with a filly going places in Boomtastic.